I
This is
love
better.
Throne of Glass. I
This
love
is
Throne of
better.
Glass. Give it to me. Give it to me. Hello. We're back again.
I know that these books I know that these books are serious. We can't be serious about nothing. If y'all haven't
We
learned it
can't.
by
No.
now,
No. Mm-mm.
we can't be serious about nothing. But I am Cheyenne.
I'm Kiana.
If this is the doubt.
We're back, guys. Yes, we're back. So we're on our Sarah J. Maas universe, right? And we're doing our Throne of Glass Part 1 deep dive.
Mm-hmm.
Today we're going to be hitting on Assassin's Blade, Throne of Glass,
Crown
and
of
Crown of
Midnight.
Midnight.
Mm-hmm.
And girl, it gets good. It
Listen,
gets good.
I feel like I done been through 5 different journeys. 5
Yeah.
different Selenas.
Yes, our girl, what, is 19?
Yeah. Well, when we meet
And
her in
just been through
Assassin's
it.
Blade, she's 16.
Right. So, and she's already been through some things at
I'm
16.
talking,
So,
yeah, but it's very apparent in the first book. And uh, I wish we could talk about Air of Fire.
I know. We'll get there. We'll get there. So before we continue, I do want to say this does contain spoilers. All our deep dives contain spoilers. So if you haven't read the Throne of Glass series and you plan to, I would go ahead and exit this video. But if you don't care about spoilers, you can stay.
You can kiki with
You can
us.
stay.
Even if
Yeah, you
you never
kiki.
read the books. We'll just give you a synopsis in case you ever have a slight curiosity.
Right, and you could be like,
Mm-hmm.
I might pick that up,
Yes.
actually. Yeah.
Because we won't always hit on everything. We don't have enough time to, but
Yeah.
what are before we get started, what are your ratings of these books? How are you feeling?
Ooh.
Or if you could rank them in the first 3 that you've read, what is your ranking?
First 3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I would. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. That's tough. That is tough for me. I would do Crown of Midnight.
Okay.
This is just for the first 3
Yes.
books, right? Yeah, so Crown of Midnight, Throne of Glass, Assassin's Blade.
Really? Assassin's
As my
Blade
rank.
3rd?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I feel like Lil Wayne.
M's not even on the list.
Eminem?
Eminem may make it on this, but Gucci made it?
Right.
Shout out Gucci.
So you think Assassin's Blade's higher?
Yeah. I mean,
Then, because in our last video you said that you kind of had a thing against novellas or short stories.
I do, but I appreciate how she set this one up. Now, if we had gotten one story, like in Frost and Starlight, we had gotten one story and it was in the middle of tension.
Right.
Girl, absolutely, I'd be pissed off. But this Assassin's Blade, I gotta keep Assassin's Blade on me while I'm reading.
So you could.
I'm using it as a cross-reference. Is how good it is.
No, Assassin's Blade. First of all, I think all 3 of these books are 5-star books for me. Let me get that clear, right? All 3 of these books are 5 stars.
Yeah.
Okay. The only reason I'm placing Assassin's Blade last is because it is a group of short stories. Not saying it's bad at all.
That's fair.
It's just a group of short stories, and then the other 2 we're actually getting into current Selena. Like,
Yeah.
Assassin's Blade was kind of like this is what happened to Selena. Because you have to think as well, if you were reading these as they came out, you read Throne of Glass first, then Assassin's Blade. So you're kind of just like, you don't know her past.
Yeah.
Before
You don't know how she got.
Glass,
Yeah. You don't know how she got to be a
yeah.
slave in the first place.
Yeah, and the way we read it, we read Assassin's Blade first, and we kind of learned who Selena was prior to the situation she got into in Throne of Glass,
Yeah.
So for me, it was more of us learning more about Selena, and then also, Sarah J. Maas throwing in those little Easter eggs, and stuff like that. So
No,
yeah.
I 100%. Yeah, I agree. After the debate, I do agree with you. Yeah, Throne of Glass deserves to be at number 3. Not to say that it's not a great book,
Yeah.
but I'm sorry.
Throne of Glass at number
Or
3
sorry,
or Assassin's Blade?
Assassin's Blade at number 3. My bad.
Yeah.
Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight. I'm talking roller coasters. Like,
Roller coasters. And then I think each book, or all 3 books, even Assassin's Blade, kind of ends off on like a, well, what's next? You know,
yeah,
like kind of like a cliffhanger.
yes. You
So-
get most of your questions answered. Like it's
Yeah.
almost like reading a bunch of different like quests, and in Dawn of Glass, you don't know what the mission is gonna be. It turns into dumb
Right.
missions, but with like okay, I feel like it doesn't kind of click until you either get to I mean, Crown of Midnight kind of, but the overarching goal of all of the missions doesn't come together until 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like it's like she's sprinkling stuff in, and I'm like, girl, this is becoming cool.
Yeah. Oh, I want y'all to know I love Throne of Glass. Obviously we read the ACOTAR series. I
This is
love
better.
Throne of Glass. I
This
love
is
Throne of
better.
Glass.
This
Give it to me. Give it to me.
Baby, this is
Like,
strategic. This is investigative.
Yeah.
This is a
Because there's always a who done it.
It's
Who did it?
why do we have so many
Every
ops?
book, we're wondering, yeah. We're wondering who did it. Who did this? Who did that? So
It feels like by the end of the 3rd book, it's like, oh my gosh, like everybody is out.
Yeah.
It's like the world is out to tear this girl down.
right.
You see what I'm saying?
Everybody is against her. Yeah.
So let's start off.
But
Let's
okay.
start off with Assassin's Blade. Yeah, girl. I don't think that thing looks that
yes.
different. I guess it's just
You just have like yours is the
like
silver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Assassin's Blade is 5 short stories. We got the assassin
About
and
our
the
girl
pirate
Selena.
lord. This is because we're reading it like post, all of the releases. We read this one first, and chronologically,
Yeah.
this is how it goes.
Because it's suggested
but-
to read. Yeah. Yeah.
So we meet Selena and the assassin and the pirate lord, right? She is, well, for one, when we first meet her, she's grieving the death of her friend. Her friend just died. Ben, I think was his name. That's
Ben
right.
was like her mentor.
Yes.
Yeah. So
he's like
yeah.
older than her, trained her in a lot of
Yeah.
the things that she knows. She
Ben
gets
was
this-
her mentor. Ben was also the second to Arabin.
Yes.
So
Who is the assassin's king? He's like the
yeah, the king of
overseer
assassins.
of all of the assassins. So for her to be like living in his house, picked up by him, is like a really big deal. And it kind of sets her up between Arabin and Ben.
Yeah. She's actually the heir to the assassins. Like to
Yeah.
the king of assassins.
Arabin
Yeah.
and then Ben.
So the queen of the assassins. She's like the princess of assassins.
Yeah. But Arabin and Ben, I feel like
Yeah.
why y'all got basically the same name? Like, oh, I'm Ben, but this is Arabin.
And this is Arabin.
I just realized
Right.
that.
I wonder if because that was very briefly hit on. Like what? It was in the first 5 pages of the book, and then
Yeah. And then that was it.
we really
'Cause
didn't hear about it anymore. Yeah.
in this discussion, we're given some main characters. So we're given Arabin, King of Assassins, King of Assassins. We're given Selena, the princess of Assassins, and then we're given Sam. So all of this happens, and Arabin ends up sending Sam and Selena on this mission to go meet this pirate lord. They think that it's because he has something to do with Ben's death, but they get there and that's not the case. They are there to essentially like hand over some papers about a deal to purchase slaves. There are slaves from Ilway and another place, a few places in the
Yeah.
continent, right? That are being captured and sold off. Okay. And Arabin is trying to purchase some of them. Sam and Selena historically don't really like each other. I mean, I don't know, because sometimes they're like, oh,
They
I've
don't
always had
at
this
this point
feeling.
of the book. Yeah, at this part of the series, it's very tit for tat type thing. They don't,
Yeah, they real petty about each other. But then,
Yeah.
Sam starts making these little comments because she's trying to flirt with some of the pirates to like see what's going on. And Sam is like, oh, so you just been a flirt with that old man? Like, ew, you're 16. But
Yeah.
nobody knows what Selena looks like, right? She's
Yeah.
always
So
walking
this
around in a
part,
cloak.
wearing a mask. And a
Mm-hmm.
mask. She has a mask on, yeah.
Which
So nobody knows that she's a girl. Everybody thinks she's an older woman.
yes,
Yeah.
no one knows. And I think it's funny that they're constantly, or like in this book specifically, she's constantly complaining about how hot it is under that damn mask and how she can't wait to go
Yeah.
back to her room and just breathe.
Right.
But she's
And when
committed.
they get to the room, they have to like cover the windows so nobody can like peek in and see what she looks like.
Yes, she
Like
wants
they take
nobody to
concealing
know.
her identity. Yeah, they take concealing her identity very seriously.
Yes.
So that
And
when she does walk around without the mask, nobody knows that, oh, she's Selena Sardothian.
yeah.
Sardothian, yeah.
Yeah. So she finds out about this slave deal and she's like, absolutely not. And she crafts and like curates this plan to essentially free all of these slaves. She goes, she meets some of them, and she and Sam curate like this chain of events that is wild, honey. I'm talking, they go to a bar, they get all of the pirates that work for this pirate drunk by saying that they're gonna pay for this tab, which they don't have the money to pay for this tab. And they use that as a distraction to help free all of the slaves. So they go down, or Selena goes down, and she's like, and they also know that this is incredibly dangerous because A, the pirates can kill them, and B, Arabin is gonna be pissed.
And they could possibly be killed by Urban. They knew like this was a dangerous plan.
he would kill them, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they end up going down to the slaves and being like, hey, anybody who here knows how to sail a boat? Anyone? There's only one slave that speaks this language too. So
Yeah.
she's like, I need you to point out and be like, hey, can anybody sail a boat? And then a bunch of people put their hands up like, I can sail a boat, I can sail a boat. She's like, okay, great. Y'all got about 10 minutes. We just knocked out the crew up front. Y'all need to go get up to the top of the boat and draw that thing off. Don't worry about the sails.
Well,
or
not
don't worry
yet.
about
Not
the
yet.
wall,
She had
right?
told them. No, she had told them. Hey, by this time, like it was like dawn or something.
Okay, yeah.
By this time,
sunrise.
you guys need to leave. Yeah. She's like, we're gonna handle everything when it comes to the on shore. She was like,
Yes.
but during this time, you guys need to go. Like she was like, roll your butts off and
Yeah.
go. And they were asking about, wasn't there like some type of chain that was in their way, like you said, the wall?
Yes.
And
Yeah, it was a
They were like
chain.
worried about that. Yeah.
I can't remember what
It kind
exactly
of like
this was.
blocked their way out.
Yes.
Yeah, it kind of like blocked their way out. And she was
If
like,
that
oh, don't worry
chain
about that
wasn't lifted,
either.
it was gonna crash. That was another thing.
Yeah,
They were either gonna
yeah.
kill all these people if they didn't make it to that chain in time, or
Yep.
the boat was gonna crash. They could make it or they could not make it. It was
So then, like you
stressful.
said, they went to the bar. Well, first of all, since there was only one that spoke the language, they had to take this one slave over to the other, because there was two ships. They had to take the slave
Yes.
other to the other ship to relay the message, and then brought him back.
Oh, but when Selena does finally tell Sam about her plan, this is when their love story starts to unfold. Because he's like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Not so much
we don't have to go home.
Yeah.
We could just run away
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
They don't really like working under Arabin.
No,
'Cause they always, like, owe him
Selena
money.
touches on it really quickly before they like formulate this plan. She's like standing on a shore.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's after like
they
the pirate
fight.
king or pirate lord took yeah, that's when they fought. But before they fight, or maybe right after they fight, she's standing there and she's looking out into the ocean, and she could swear she sees Terracin, her home
I
country,
smell
right?
it. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I could smell it. And then that's when she quickly like touches on the fact that she had no other choice but to be an assassin.
Yes.
You
This is what
know,
we
'cause,
mean by the
like this
little
whole
Easter
time you kind of think,
eggs.
yeah, this whole time you kind of think like she loves what she does
Mm-hmm.
because like of how like Selena, when you first start reading the book, she kind of just seems full of herself, stubborn, you know,
Arrogant. She is
very
like, I'm
arrogant.
16
Yeah,
years old. I'm the best assassin out here. I'm an assassin for
yeah,
the king. Like,
yeah. And then we see after she sees that, oh, we're supposed to bring these slaves back to Ardalan, Aderlin,
that's exactly it.
Aderlin.
You know what's crazy? I was finna look that up right now. I got my
Aderlin, your map. But yeah, bring it back
Otterland.
to
Otterland.
Aderlin. Otterlin.
Yeah.
Bring it back to Otterlin, and she was like, "No, I'm not doing that." She was like, "I have a soft spot for slaves. I'm not
Yeah,
bringing
she
them
couldn't.
back." So,
Mm-mm.
so yeah. Then they go to this bar. They decide to get all these pirates drunk. They said, "Okay, the way we're gonna do this is just get them all drunk."
It started a
right?
bar fight.
They get them all drunk. And it started a bar fight.
Yes. And they do something crazy,
So-
like they just like accidentally spill a drink or like somebody steps on somebody's
Yeah.
toes. It wasn't nothing.
And this, yeah.
And what was funny to me
It wasn't
during
nothing
this,
crazy.
this part too is that they were acting like they were drinking. So they're like,
Right, and then spilling a little bit here and there. Or I think maybe they put holes at the
Yeah,
bottom of their
they
cup.
did.
It was something. Yeah.
but there was already so much like drink on the floor that nobody like
Yeah.
took a second guess or nothing like that.
Notice. No.
But yeah, that was really funny to me. And they start this bar fight. They start this brawl. And it's so funny because like I'm thinking of our girl Selena, and she is just be out here whooping ass just for fun, you know.
She is. She is.
So
She loves it.
they also participate in this bar fight for a little bit, which they weren't anticipating. Like they thought, hey, start the fight and run because we got to get to the ships before the
Yeah.
sun rises. So they end up
Yeah.
getting a little busy with that, and then the pirate lord follows them out of the bar and was like, "I know exactly what y'all
Yeah.
been
He's
up
like,
to."
you don't. Yeah. Yeah. You think you can fool me? No.
Anyway,
So then Selena looks at Sam and was like, "Sam, go. Like you have to go worry about the chains or catapult or whatever
Yeah.
it was." So he's just
the
like, she's like,
catapult
"Go,
was to
go
break the
handle that."
chain. So
Yeah.
Sam hops in his
And then-
buoy and he started rowing out there. He started rowing to the.
No, I think he's just running. I
Is
don't
he
think
running?
he rows out there. Yeah, I think he just runs because there's two towers that they have to go take
Oh
down.
no, he was in the buoy when
So
they were
he's
trying
like,
to go
"I'ma
to
go."
the other boat. Yeah, I remember this now.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
So he's running. So she starts fighting the pirate lord,
Mhm.
right? And he's actually a little tough match for her.
Yeah, because
She's not.
big.
Yeah, she's not beating him that quickly. So
Mm-mm.
she's worried about Sam. Sam's over here, you know, conquering a tower by
Yeah.
himself. He does it. I think he's able to get one down. But while they're looking and she's fighting the pirate lord, she sees that they're getting closer and closer to this chain, this wall.
Because
And she's like, if we don't hurry up, they're about
okay.
to crash into it.
So when
Yeah.
she ran out of the bar, she first ran into an alley with just like his employees, right? Like his sailing
Oh,
people.
yeah.
She lays all of them out real easily. And then we end the chapter with, and then the pirate lord was standing behind her.
oh,
And
yeah.
then that's when she had to go toe to toe with the pirate lord. Whoops
Yeah.
him or like ends up, being able to defeat him. And then in her mind, she's like, I have to get to Sam. Okay. So she's trying to get to Sam, who ends up running into more of the pirate lord's guys. He's being fought. I'm talking like bad to the ground. And she sees this and she's like, they out there rowing their asses off trying to get across this horizon. They finna hit this chain
Yeah.
and it's up. Now it's up to me because Sam is busy fighting.
Right.
There was a flash of movement and the tower started crumbling. Sail glimmered and then there was Sam charging up the staircase that wound up the outside of the tower. They start fighting again. She's like, oh my gosh, they finna die.
Doesn't he shoot the catapult at the other tower?
Yeah, like the
That's how he knocks down
last.
both
Was it
towers.
him or was it
Yeah.
no?
Selena never makes it up a tower because the pirate lord like comes back and fights her
Yeah, she
again or something like
does.
that.
Yeah, so the tower gets wrecked. She got to go through the rubble to find Sam. But the slaves end up
Hmm.
going free. Pirate Lord is here again while she's like sifting through the rubble, like,
Yeah.
bro, you know, you're not going to find him. She ends up writing a deal with the Pirate Lord, basically blackmailing him. And was like, you're going to say that
Hmm.
you're not involved in slave trade anymore. And if I find out that you are, I'm going to come back and kill you with my bare hands myself. Okay. You're going to
Hmm.
tell Arabin that the deal is off. We're not speaking about none of this. None of this happened.
Hmm.
But
Hmm. Yeah.
Arabin finds out anyways. He gets on Selena's ass. I'm talking about
Yes.
beats
So we
the
cut off.
daylights out of her.
That's in the next short story. So then we move on to the assassin and the healer,
Yep.
right? Selena, it kind of just cuts to another person's POV. So we learn about Irene Towers,
Mm-hmm.
right? I think Towers is her last name. Irene is a barmaid at this inn, and she's, working, but she sees this person in the corner. They always have their cloak up.
Yeah.
They have all these nice weapons, and it's Selena. And Selena, she goes to bring Selena stuff. She could see that she kind of has bruises on her face,
Mm-hmm.
right? So when we jump to Selena's POV, Selena says, like, as a punishment, Erlbin sent her to the Red Desert. So she's at this inn right now, just as an in between,
Yeah.
Adeline and the Red
And she
Desert.
talks about how angry
So,
she is. Like she keeps going to
yeah.
this bar specifically because this is where all the sketchy people hang out, and she's hoping that somebody try her
Hmm.
so she can get in a fight.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Hmm.
Crazy work.
Hmm. So Selena's upset. She got, she touches on how she got beat by Arabin so bad that she was unconscious for like 3 days,
Yeah.
right? She got beat by Arabin before she saw if Arabin hit or beat
She
Sam,
had no
right?
idea what happened to Sam.
So, yeah. So the last thing she remembers is like Sam screaming her name. And this is when we start to notice Selena thinks about Sam a lot,
Mm-hmm.
right? She's always wondering what he's doing. She's worried about his health and all this other stuff. So then we jump into like the nighttime, right? And Selena's like in her room pacing. She's restless. She has to get rid of like this frustration and anger she feels.
Yeah.
So at night, she goes to look for trouble so that she can get into more fights.
Yes.
She goes to look for trouble, sees Irene. I guess she just took the trash out from, the day before.
Yeah, she was
And
closing up the
Irene
bar.
is,
She had just kicked
yeah,
everyone out.
Irene is in the back in this alley and she's getting like pushed by these four guys, right? So, I think we're in Irene's point of view, and she just says she hears like something, and like the guys go to one by one to go look what's going on, and then Selena's just killing them one by
Yeah.
one, right? The fourth one was able to run away, and Selena just let him. And Selena was like, you know what? I'm gonna teach you how to defend yourself, so this never happens again.
Well, first
So
she's
her and
like, you gotta be
Irene,
stupid as hell to be coming out in this town. Cause it's like a poor town, like it's crime ridden.
yeah,
She was like, you gotta be stupid. And Irene, we learned from Irene's point of view, like she's used to this. She's been working in this inn for years now.
yeah,
Like she encounters it
yeah.
all of the time.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So while Selena's teaching her like these like these basic defense movements, Irene opens up to her and she tells her like, oh, my family before, this is when we learned that magic disappeared 10 years
Yeah.
ago, right? She's like, before magic disappeared, I was with my family were healers, right? My mom was a healer. And when the king of Aderlan wiped out magic, obviously their country got attacked.
Yes.
And her mom risked her life to save her daughter. So her daughter Irene was on the way to, I forgot what the land was called, but there's a place where
It's a
like
the
healers
Healers
still go
Academy.
to practice.
Mhm.
Yeah. Hmm.
There's a Healers Academy, and it's supposed to be like very prestigious because it's like the only one that's
Yeah.
left.
So on this way to this healers academy, she ran out of money and started working as a barmaid in this inn. So after Selena learns that, she's like, okay. And right after she learns that, the guy that ran away earlier comes back with more men, right?
Yeah.
So Selena pushes Irene aside. She's like, go inside. Or I think Irene sees that Selena's hurt and was like, hey, I could patch you up.
Antica.
And while she's inside,
I knew it started with A.
what's it called?
Antica.
Antica.
Mhm.
Yeah, so Antica is
Is where the school
the
is.
city or the
Mhm.
yeah, where the school is. So while Selena is fighting these men, Irene's inside and she gets pushed by a guy by herself, right?
Mhm.
The guy has a knife to her throat. Selena's fighting these guys, and Irene's like looking at Selena like, "Save me, help me,"
Yeah.
right? And Selena's like, "No,"
You gotta do
she
yourself.
doesn't say anything,
Mhm.
but she's looking at her like, "Hey, I just taught you this stuff. You're gonna have." It's a fight or flight moment. So the guy was already behind her with the knife to her throat, and Irene looked at Selena and she's like, "Save me, like help me,"
Mhm.
right? And Selena couldn't help her because she was fighting the guys, but as well she wanted Irene to use the movements that she was just taught.
You make
So,
Irene's face. I'll make Selena's face. Ready? 1, 2,
okay.
3. Correct. You better do something.
Right. So Selena ends up killing the guys. Irene ends up killing her guy, and she's obviously like, "Oh, I got blood on my hands for the first time."
Mhm.
Goes to wash her hands off, and then Selena comes in. They go into her little room that she has, and Irene starts patching her up. So Selena's like, "Okay, it's time for me to leave. I need to go to the Red Desert." But Irene goes to do something, and Selena leaves Irene a pouch of money
Yes.
and like a big old jewel on the
Girl,
top of the
I'm
pouch of money
talking.
to help her.
That was
Yeah,
so crazy because
I
it
know,
was the
to
same
help her
night she
go
had to
to
go.
her.
Yeah. So Selena has to go to the
Yeah.
boat. Like she has to catch this boat really quick. She was fighting off Irene,
Mhm.
like, "Hey, I gotta go catch. Well, I don't have time for you to be like trying to patch me up."
Yeah.
But she's like, "You'll die from infection or whatever they had. So we can
Mhm.
do that, or you know, I can make sure that you're good."
Right.
And yeah, Selena leaves her dumb money, a letter, a big rock,
Mhm.
a big old jewel, a big old,
Yeah.
and I'm
Mhm.
not gonna lie to you, my eyes watered up. I said, "Ain't no way." And I have to touch on this because
Cause we see. What? Go
okay,
ahead.
um, I have to touch on this because I thought it was so beautiful, right? It says Selena had
Mhm.
prayed Irene Towers wasn't foolish enough to tell anyone, especially the innkeeper, about the money. Prayed that Irene, this is after she's on the boat, prayed that Irene Towers seized her life with both hands and set out for the pale stone city of Antica. Prayed that somehow, years from
Mhm.
now, Irene Towers would return to this continent and maybe, just maybe, heal their shattered world a little bit. Smiling to
Yeah.
herself,
Oh yeah, that was her thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
smiling to herself, Selena nestled into the bed, pulled her hood low over her eyes, crossed her ankles. By the time the ship sailed across the jade green gulf, the assassin fell fast asleep. Like,
Yeah. That was her thing too, because I think Selena told Irene like we need more healers in the world,
yes,
and like wanted her to go. So
yes,
yeah, that was very
that
sweet. So
was so sweet.
we know Selena, despite being an assassin, she does have a heart. You know,
Yeah.
she's she has sympathy. So yeah. So that moves us on to the assassin and the Red Desert.
hmm
This is when things kind of start getting
First of
crazy.
all, you could
They
not
start getting
ever catch me
crazy.
in this position because Selena was kind of contemplating about whether or not she was going to go or if she was just going to run away. Baby, I would have ran away.
Right, but she knew, and Sam too, which I mean they discuss later in the book, but I'm just gonna say it right quick. They knew if they ran away and still had debt to Arobin, they would never fully be free. They would like be living a life of
Yeah,
just
because we
running,
end up learning in
and
this
she just
book
didn't want
that
that.
if you run away like that, you still have debts that are owed to the assassin's
Yeah.
king. So you have to pay off your
Mm,
debts and like basically say, "I'm not going to be an assassin anymore," before you can
mm-hmm.
leave, which you can still be an assassin. You would just be like your own kind of like
You want to be part
agency.
of his guild. Yeah, you want to be a
Yeah.
part of his guild. So yeah, we're the assassins and the Red Desert. So we go to
They're kind of
Selena's
like a
finally in the
gang,
Red Desert.
right? Like what I
They
think,
are a gang. Yeah, they are.
well, there's multiple like little assassins agencies. It just so
Yeah, and they all have
happens.
their own little territory,
Yes.
so
And then if you kill another
yeah.
one, like, so the thing with Arabin is that this is like Kingpin. Ain't nobody messing with him.
Yeah.
He is working with the
Yeah.
king, right? And so I just kind of feel like
I don't think he's working with the king. I think he's just named the King of Assassins.
Okay, I mean,
Yeah.
that carries enough power within itself, right? To make sure
Yeah.
that if
Yeah.
you come and you mess with my gang, just know it's a death
Right.
sentence,
Yeah.
right?
It is a gang affiliated because I mean we also see that at the end of the book with what happens, you
Yeah,
know.
like they probably got like different colored cloaks. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I
Mhm.
just wanted to kind of get that out there because we meet the silent
Yeah.
assassins and they're like their own little gang.
Yeah. So, Selena's sent to the Red Desert. Her mission here is one, she's to train with the Silent
Mhm.
Assassins. Two, she has to get approval from the Mute Master, which is like the top of this, you know, Assassin's Guild. She has to get approval from him, and you know, he has to write a little letter to Arabin saying she passed, right? So she shows up,
I'm
sees the
sorry,
Mute
just
Master. He's
another person that don't
what?
talk.
Right.
And like she was so badly seeking his approval that it was like, what do you expect her to say?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, cause
like what was he just
right,
gonna
right.
just like that?
Yeah, she's like,
You know, just
so yeah, she meets the Mute Master. He's in his chamber. The Mute Master at first has, you know, some of his students attack Selena to make sure that she's worthy
hold
of
on,
being trained with the Silent Assassins.
wait. We gotta rewind because first you gotta take this
What?
long ass trip across the desert with some old foreign
Yeah,
man that she don't really know who don't speak her language.
yeah, yeah.
They with the
Well,
dance.
no, he speaks it because she tells him like, "Aren't you gonna walk me all the way
Oh
there?" And
yeah,
he's like, "I'm not
I don't
going to
know.
the Silent Assassins."
Mm-mm.
Like, you got
I
there,
don't.
and he said, "Just go that way."
For
He
2 miles
said, "Just go,
and you'll see it.
and you'll see
I already
it."
walked across the dancing sands, maybe or the singing sands, whichever
Right.
one they musical somehow. Try to get you here. Like I already did my job.
Right.
One up there, you can know.
Yeah.
I just had to,
Yeah.
before we
So.
get to that part, cause that was
Right.
funny.
So she's already going through it. She says she got sand in places she thought she
Never
could
get
never get
sand in.
sand in before.
She's hot. She got that damn cloak on.
Yeah, she's hot. She don't have her mask on though,
Mm-mm.
so
Thank God.
she didn't have her mask on in yeah,
Mm-mm.
in the last one either. But yeah, so she gets attacked by not Arabin, the Mute Master students just to make sure she's, you know, worthy of training with them. And then he's like, okay. He points to, well, he doesn't say okay because he can't talk. But he, you know, does a little sign language, calls over this girl named Amsel. And Amsel is to be like with Selena this whole time, right? So
Her little
Amsel
buddy.
takes her to their room. Yeah, her little buddy. So the next day they wake up and Amsel hands her like this thing with 2 buckets,
Yeah.
right? And she's like, okay, we gotta go to the Oasis. And she's like, where's our training at?
Yeah.
She's like, well, first we gotta do this every morning. And it's like a 3-mile
In the
run
desert.
across these dunes until you get to the Oasis, right? And for the first few times, Selena's like behind the pack, like while she's making it there, people are passing her on the way back,
she
and she's like, "Wow, I'm
ended
really
up,
out of shape."
she ended up just sitting down under a tree. It was like,
Yeah, she's
I'm
Let me
done.
get
Let
some
me
shade.
right. And she go back
Right.
to Amsel. She's like, I can't. And Amsel's trying to be like, you know,
Right.
like it's hard, but I mean, look how my legs look though. It makes you all toned and tan
Right.
and skinny.
So yeah, I think the first few times she says she makes it back and it's already time for dinner.
Yes.
Like that's how late she makes it back. So she finally asks Amsel, like, when am I gonna train with the Mute Master? And Amsel was like, oh, when the Mute Master chooses you to be trained by him. She's like, I've been here for a while. I don't forgot how long she's been there for.
I don't think
But
she
she's
touched
like, I've
on
been here and
how
I
long
still
it
haven't.
was. I just thought that it was
Yeah,
maybe
she's
like
like,
years.
Yeah, I think
So
so.
she's there for a while,
And she's
yeah.
like, I haven't been trained by him yet. So Selena keeps doing her runs every day. She finally starts making it back to where she's able to train in the afternoon with the Silent Assassins. She has a little crush on this Mute Master's son. I forgot what his name was.
Because I
But he
think
can't
that-
talk. He don't talk either. They don't talk either. They just be they just be like
made
looking
eye
like at each
contact.
other,
So-
right?
so she was like-
the whole time.
And he was like,
right.
I know he's just straight
So
face.
finally,
Like that one
right.
emoji.
So finally,
You know what I'm talking about?
like the yeah.
Just like that. Maybe a little bit of eyeliner.
So finally there's like this dinner the Mute Master goes to in the chamber, not the chambers, but like their cafeteria. The Mute Master sits at this table. So one day she follows him out and she's just like, hey, she goes like this, you know, and he's just like, you know, just smiling. She said he's smiling the whole time, like, she said she's trying to make finger movements and stuff. And he's just like, and then she turns
You know how
around. The Mute
lonely you
Master's
gotta
son's
be.
there.
She ain't seen Sam in so long. She like, I guess I'll go for her. Can't talk.
Right. She sees the Mute Master's son. He like just is making sure she's not going to like hurt his father. So keeps training. Ansel tells her, so this whole time, right, that Selena's there, the other silent assassins tell her of this guy. I think his name is like Lord Beric or something. Like every once in a while, he always tries to attack. It always fails, right? But he's always trying to attack the silent assassins, their little palace.
So bad to the point they're like, all right, here we go again.
Like, it's like Tom and Jerry, how Jerry or Tom's the cat, right?
Yeah.
How he always fails at getting Jerry, like...
The way that she described it was so much. Yeah, it was like, yeah, you know, I mean, for whatever reason, like every once in a while, he'll like send his guys over to attack us. No big deal. Like, they haven't won yet. It's
Right.
like entertaining. Like, all right, we got the next.
Oh, he's here, guys. He's here. Yeah, let's go. But, so Amsel comes to Selena. She's like, hey, the Mute Master tasked me. We're going to talk to Lord Beric. We have to go into the city so we can go talk to him. Do you want to come with me? And Selena's like, okay. So they go to the city. They get there. And Amsel's like, okay, I'm going to go talk to the Lord Beric. And she was like, what about me? Can I go? And she's like, no. She's like, then why did you want me to go?
Right.
Right?
Why did we come? Because it's like a trek.
Mhm.
It's like a couple days. They got
Right.
to sleep in the sand at night with like scorpions
Right.
and stuff. Like, she don't want to be here.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I've lived low before. This
Right.
ain't the time to
But this is when Selena learns more about Amsel's past.
Yes.
So Amsel came from Briarcliff,
Mhm.
where it was overran, right? And Amsel wants nothing more than to go home and like take back her country or city. So
did you
so they
catch
go-
this?
what?
Bitch, Briarcliff. Oh, yeah, because she has a story about the witches that she tells us. It's in
Yeah.
the Witch Kingdom.
Yeah.
It's kind of hicky, too. Like, they're not known to be, like, smart or nothing at Briarcliff.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, when you listen to the audiobook,
She got a country accent.
she got a country accent. So, oh yeah, and Amsel tells her a story about the witches too, about like one of her friends when she was little got killed by a witch, right?
Yes.
Because they went to go like into her home.
And
or
all they
something.
left was her bones.
Yeah. Mhm.
I said, dang.
So that happens. They're in the city. Another thing I want to touch on, because it was touched on like in each book so far, is that Selena, while she was in the city, met a merchant who lost 20 years off his life to get that spider.
That spider silk.
That spider silk,
Mhm.
right? And he said, I went to the underworld to get this spider silk. It took 20 years off my life. And he was like, I thought she was going to take like 20 years at the end.
Right.
No, she took 20 years. He's like, I look 20 years older.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm your age.
Exactly. And she was like, you look like you're like 35.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, no, I'm like super young, but she took 20 years away from like my features and my body. So,
Yeah. Mhm.
and we don't know who the she is. We end up finding out, is it in Crown of Midnight? I can say it's
No, it's an air of fire.
Okay.
It's
Girl, did you
it's three damn books later. So yeah, so she goes, she talks to this merchant, gets some spider silk from this merchant. Amsel comes back, she's like, okay, let's go. They actually end up from Lord Beric stealing 2 of his Astrian's horses and riding back. They have Beric's men following them back to the Silent Assassins. They get back to the Silent Assassins, everything's going good. I think they have like this ball or something, and then that's when the Mute Master's son kind of, dances with Selena.
Yeah,
and
he
stuff.
puts it up on
Takes
her a
back to
little
her
bit.
room. Yeah, you know. And then he takes her back to her room, and he's standing there. And she's like, "Oh shoot, did he want me to kiss him right now?"
I was like, not the silent wrist.
Right.
Not you
And
smoke with your eyes or
in that
whatever.
moment, right, in that moment, she thinks about Sam, and she's like, "No, I want Sam to have my first kiss." So she's like, "I'm so sorry," closes the door on him,
And
right?
he's there like,
Yeah. So then, one day while she's like, I forgot what they're doing, training or working with the horses that they stole, her and Amsel get into a little tiff, right? Talking about each other's past, and they kind of go at it. So she feels bad because she really feels like Amsel is her first friend she ever had. And she's like, I have to go apologize.
she's in a man dominated
Amsel
field.
comes.
She ain't never had like a
Yeah,
little
she is.
girlfriend.
Okay. So Selena then wakes up in the desert. She has one of the Astrian horses with her. She opens up the satchel, and there's a letter from Amsel in there saying, like, "Hey, I'm sorry. It was the Mute Master's orders to kick you out, but he left his letter of approval in the satchel with you." She looks at the letter of approval. It has a seal on it. So she's like, "I can't open this, or
He's gonna
Arabin
know.
is going to, yeah, think I lied about it." So she heads back to the city. On her way to the city, I think she sees like 200 men
Yes.
going towards her. And she's like, they're on their way to the Silent Assassins. Then all of a sudden she thinks, didn't Amsel just meet with him? Right? So she's like, oh no, something's not right. She opens up the letter of approval. It's blank. So she's like, oh no, I can't leave them like that. She heads back, right? She's after the men. So when she gets there, there's already like soldiers on the ground. There's already like silent assassins on the ground. She, cuts some down on her way up, makes it to the Mute Master's chambers. Or not chambers, but his like room. And he's laid out on the table with Amsel on top of him. And she says she can't hear what he's saying. And she also sees the son of the Mute Master on the ground, and he has like this bad cut on his belly, right? So she goes, she confronts Amsel. They start fighting. She ends up beating Amsel, and she tells Amsel, she doesn't want to kill her because she's like, this was my friend. She's still hurt from like the betrayal. So she says, you have 20 minutes to get out of here. And then, if you're not gone by 20 minutes, you're going to have an arrow in your back, right? So Mute Master, he's not dead. He also got poisoned, so he was just paralyzed. But
He can't talk already.
Gets up, or he started to move. And so she makes sure everybody's okay. The son, a healer comes and tells the Mute Master, like, your son's going to be okay. He's going to live. So she's looking out into the distance, and she sees Amsel on her Astarian horse, and she takes an arrow and she aims it at her, and she purposefully misses the arrow by like a few feet. And the next day, the Mute Master calls her, and then now this man could talk.
Yeah.
Now this man could talk, right?
And I didn't even know that they had phones at this
So-
point. Because up until this point, I mean, they seeing people in real life. Like, you couldn't call the Pirate Lord.
They don't have phones.
So how did they call? You just said
Who called?
you just said that the Mute Master ended up calling.
Or like called for
Okay.
her. She's still at the Silent Assassins, yeah. She's still at the palace at this
Okay,
point.
that's what I thought. They sent in letters and everything. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, he got a voice now. And they didn't say that it was raspy either. So he obviously his
Yeah.
vocal cords didn't have to warm up. He be talking. That man be talking.
Right,
When
so-
he decides to.
She's there. Yeah, so she's there still, and he talks to her, and he's like, I just want to let you know I'm proud of you for not killing Amsel. He says that I've known she was a traitor this whole time. So the reason that Amsel decided to betray the Mute Master and the Silent Assassins is because Lord Barrick promised her men, like the 200 men, to go reclaim her homeland, right? So that was her goal the whole time. So he was like, I know she was a traitor. And Selena was like, but you still let her in here. And like the Mute Master's kind of like this, kind of like a monk, you would think, like
I pictured him bald.
it kind of gives that vibe. Yeah. You kind of get that vibe from him. He's very peaceful. He doesn't believe in, violence and stuff, but raises assassins. We'll get to that though later. And so he's like,
gang lord.
he's part of the
He's
gang.
part of the gang.
So he tells
you
tells Selena
you
like
don't you are giving monk vibes, but also had me jumped on my first 5 minutes here.
Exactly. So which one is it? Which one is it?
Choose one.
So he tells Selena, like, hey, I'm proud of you for not killing Amzo. I know she was a traitor from the beginning. He says, if you ever need a place to come, like, this is always open for you. And then he says, you have my letter of approval. And so she still, when she showed up to the Red Desert, she still had bruises on her face from Arabin, right? And he said, he was like, your boss should not treat you like that. So I'm sending you home with 3 trunks of money to buy your freedom. And Selena's like, wow, I could buy my freedom. I could be free.
Yeah, and that sets her up.
That's now when we...
That sets her up good.
And now we move on to the next short story, The Assassin and the Underworld.
Yes, which this one...
Yeah.
Hey.
Girl, it gets crazy. This is when the book gets crazy.
That sewer scene, I'm sorry, it was wild.
It was wild.
That sewer scene was wild. I was on the edge of my seat, but I was like, this is another Cassian. She always gonna die.
Always got to save somebody.
Yeah.
Right. So she goes back to the Assassin's Keep. She's back in Aderlin, and it's her first time seeing Arabin. It's going to be her first time seeing Sam and everybody.
Yep.
She walks into Arabin's office. She's trying to put on this persona that she does not. She's mad at him, like she doesn't want to be there anymore, right? So Arabin, as soon as she goes in there, she puts the letter of approval on his desk, and she doesn't say anything. And the first thing he says is like, I just want to let you know I'm so sorry for what I did to you. Like, I do what I do to you out of love. It hurt, pretty much, it hurt me as much as it hurt you type
pimp
stuff.
mentality.
Right. And immediately gives her a gift, right? So that's Arabin's thing. He gives to Selena.
Yeah.
And so she lives like this bougie lifestyle, but every time he gives something, he expects something else. So she always feels like she's in debt to this man, right? So he gives her something. She's back in her room. She's just like, wow, I can't believe, like, I'm back here. I can't believe the first thing he did was give me a gift. But she's kind of like has a soft heart for Arabin because like that's her
dad, technically.
Pretty much her dad, right? Yeah.
Which it gets a little weird at the end.
It does.
It gets a little weird at the end. That was weird.
Well, I think even during this part, she brings up like, oh, I've never known what Arabin was, like dad, boss, or lover, right?
Yeah.
Mind you, this man is like 15 years older than her, or something like that, right?
I mean, has to be more.
Yeah.
Right? Because, or no. I mean, no, he would have to be more than 15 years older because he picked her up when she was 8.
Yeah.
So he would have had to been like at least a full-grown man.
Well, I mean, if she was 8, he was 15. That's what, 23. If he was 23 when he picked her up. But I don't know. I think still at that point he was still the King of Assassins. So yeah, maybe he was older because 23 and King of Assassins. Yeah. So
I always thought he was like way older. But she finds Sam, which is like also kind of awkward. Yeah. He's been tasked with handling like the top tier prostitute.
Yeah. What do they call them? Courtesans?
Yes.
Is that the word for it? Yeah.
Courtesans. And they're prepping for like this big ceremony. Sam's mom was also a big courtesan and she was very popular, but she ended up getting killed by a jealous client. And so that's how Sam ended up with Arabin. But essentially, Homegirl is going to turn 18. And they're like, she's saying like they're selling off her virginity. So it's like a bidding party of like all of these bidders to see. She's in the class of these like courtesans, but she's supposed to be like this.
Lysandra was her name.
Lysandra.
Yeah. Lysandra. So Lysandra was, Arabin has like, he invests in these people, right? Lysandra was also an investment from Arabin, and she was an investment at a young age. So Sam, Lysandra, and Selena all kind of were raised together, right?
Yes.
So Selena doesn't have like a good history with Lysandra just because she's always they're always like bickering, you know? So yeah, Sam has been assigned to like pretty much babysit Lysandra. And Selena sees that at like the first time she sees Sam. So she sees those two together, immediately jealous, right? And
I'm talking death threats and throne.
Yeah. So Lysandra's kind of like feeding off of that and like uses that to get under Selena's skin. But yeah, this is the first time Selena and Sam were talking, and Sam pretty much said like, yeah, I was bedridden for like 3 days. He beat me right after he beat you.
It made me watch him beat you.
And that made me, that's one thing I wanted to bring up too. So I was wondering in the Red Desert, like if Selena went back and found out that Sam wasn't beaten, do you think she would have been upset that he wasn't beaten, or do you think she would have been like, oh, thank goodness? Like, do you think she would have been like, oh, you're on Arabin's side type thing,
Knowing
or
Selena character breakdown, she's very arrogant. Like not
yeah,
and not even just like it's like if you don't compliment her, she's mad.
mm-hmm,
Right? Like that kind of
yeah,
arrogant.
mm-hmm,
She doesn't listen to people when they try to advise her. She thinks she knows everything. And she has
mm-hmm,
a disgusting amount of trust issues. She does not trust anybody.
yeah. She
So
doesn't trust
any
anybody.
kind of weird behavior like that, she definitely would have been like,
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was thinking, because she was like, she was wondering if Sam got beat, but I was just like, what if Sam didn't get beat? Like,
yeah.
would she go back and be like, what is this? Like, why was I the only one
Especially
punished
if
type
she's supposed to
thing,
be
you
the
know?
best assassin that they have. Now, uh,
Yeah.
but
It was Selena's idea to free the slaves,
it
though. And
was.
Arabin knew that. Yeah, Arabin knew, like, oh, this had to be your idea when they were in the office together before she got sent to the Red Desert.
But to your point, I do think that it could still kind of be taken the same way. Like, and I think she was kind of looking at him sideways like that for the reason that he didn't get
Mm-hmm.
sent away. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
okay,
She was like, why was that my punishment? But Sam's punishment was to stay here and take care of Lysandra, you know?
I think,
So,
I think after something that big, because they didn't know who all the Pirate King was working for, as far as like, like as far as like clientele
mm-hmm.
goes, he probably didn't want her to get like killed. Like she was probably like wanting all of that stuff to die down until like he kind of had control over the situation and then she could come back type of thing.
Yeah, yeah, maybe it was for her protection
Yeah.
more. So, but I don't know. Arabin is a very calculated person. It could have also been to separate Selena from Sam and have Sam maybe around Lysandra so that they could develop some type of relationship, you
Yeah,
know?
like the child, the sex ring that you're,
Yeah.
running, and then you have this assassin ring too. This particular part of the book really opened my eyes to Arabin to like, you're not protecting, you didn't help, like you are grooming these children.
Yeah, he was. He was. They were all, like I said, an investment for him. And once the investment died down, like he felt like he had no need for these people anymore, you know?
Exactly. And I think it makes sense
So,
too that like she doesn't outright say it or she doesn't express it, but in each one of these
mhm,
books, Selena is like looking for connection with people. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like,
And everything so far has been very surface level, you know?
yeah,
And she knows she loves Arabin as like a boss, a father, but the way he treats her is very much
it's
toxic. It's
becoming
very much,
complicated.
yeah, it's not the first time that she's been beaten by
Yeah.
Arabin, you know. She had like her hand smashed one time so she could learn how to fight with her other
Yeah.
hand, you know, like stuff like that. So, but yeah, she sees Sam. He's with Lysandra. She finds out Sam also got beaten and he's been pretty much babysitting Lysandra,
Yes.
right? Arrowbin's still giving, giving, giving. So he's been giving her, like, they got new suits, for instance. So Selena got her suit for free. Arrowbin was like, you know, like, he's just been giving her stuff without wanting anything back.
Arabin, professional groomer,
Mm-hmm.
pimp,
Mm-hmm.
assassin king.
Mm-hmm.
I started seeing him in a different light, and I think it's because Selena started seeing him in a different light.
Right.
So she does have like this, she has this conflict of feelings with Arabin because it's like, okay, well, it's like, think about it, like my abuser
Mm-hmm.
also like saved me because what would my life had been if I wasn't
Yeah.
saved?
Yeah.
You
And
see what I'm
that's
saying?
kind of what she brought up in the first short story was if I didn't become an assassin, I probably would have been dead by now. So,
Yeah.
mhm.
I mean, knowing what we know now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, she ends up planning, her and Sam come up with a plan to buy their freedom. Well, I think she does it without Sam knowing first, right? She says, like, obviously their goal is to be free. She uses the trunks of money from the Mute Master to buy her freedom. And then I think she uses her own personal money to buy Sam's freedom. right?
It's very frosty.
Yeah, and
It's a
then
very frosty exchange.
she also buys apartments like on the other side of Adeline or Rifthold because that's where they're at, and for her to stay at, after they bought their freedom.
Yeah.
So she goes to Arabin. She says, "Hey, I'm free. Sam's
Which
free."
I don't think they were staying in the same city, honey. I was like, oh, y'all need to go. You out here messing around with an
Right,
apartment.
right. But I
Like,
think
what's the point of that?
so. Yeah, so they're free, but she still tells Arabin like, "Hey, if you have any assignments for me, like I'll still keep working for you, but I am now a free person."
Her last mission from Arabin is he tells her that he needs her to go kill Benzo Donoval.
Mm.
He tells her that Benzo is a wealthy man and that he's trying to dismantle slave houses and essentially help these slaves escape from the king of Otterland, right?
No, he
So
tells them that
she's
Arabin tells her that he's a part of the slave trade. He's a part of trading these slaves. So, and you know how she feels about slave traders.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
It wasn't till
So
yeah, go ahead.
okay, it wasn't until after. So people are trying to tell her, like, or when she goes in to survey these
Mhm.
people before she ends up killing them, she gets caught, and the men that work for Donovan are like pursuing her, and they end up trapping her into a sewer.
Mhm.
So at a certain point of the day, the sewer, and it's also a rainy day, so that'll help.
Mm-mm.
At a certain point of the day, everybody floods the sewers with all of their yuck,
Mhm.
okay? All of their excrete,
Mhm.
all of the animals' excrete. And it basically, like, to the top, this thing
Mhm.
floods, right? They strap her down to a chair and throw her in. She's like, oh, hell no. And she
Mhm.
knows that the clock is ticking. Well, she gets out of the chair, but the sewer starts to flood.
Mhm.
So she ends up finding a vent that she's like trying to get out of, trying to get out of. The water is slowly rising. Not only is she an excrement, but she's thinking like, damn, this hot gonna die.
She gonna die and
Is drowning in some
yeah,
shit.
just drowning in
Just sad, right? And again, she don't like to listen to nobody. And I'm pretty sure Sam told her that this was a dangerous mission, told her not to go on it.
I
And
think he
she's
just wanted
like,
to help her with it. Like he kept saying,
oh,
like,
she
"Oh,
was like,
let
I'm
me help you."
fine.
Yeah, and she's like, "No,
Yeah.
I got it. I could do this." I'm the
She
princess
rejects
of
that man.
assassins. Yeah.
Arrogant as hell.
hmm
Who walks up on her hand just waving out the damn sewer?
she's like, "Help!" He said,
And
he
he
said,
walks up,
"Selena."
Selena? Go ahead, that sewer. Girl, he's trying to lift it up. She's trying to push on it. She's like, Sam, it's okay.
Like, help
I'm
me, please.
but she ends up telling him, like, it's fine, Sam. Just go. Like, don't sit here and watch me die like this.
Right.
But they end up getting her out the sewer, and she
Mhm.
was like, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 baths until I can feel clean again. Like, she
Yeah.
said she took this long ass bath twice, drained the water, did it again, and she still didn't feel clean. Like, it was just
Mhm.
giving, like, shit was just stuck in her pores.
Yeah.
So that's the sewer scene, y'all. It was crazy. I was
Yeah.
on my toes.
So with her last mission, like you said, Arabin tells
Complete.
her, yeah, what's not complete yet? She didn't kill him yet.
Oh, yeah.
Donovan,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. Mhm.
So she's been spying on Donovan, spying on Donovan. It's finally time to like go complete her assassination mission. She goes to complete it, and after killing him, where did she kill him? Like in his house, or was it like in an alleyway? Do you remember?
It wasn't in an alleyway. I think it was in his house. Like, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
she was,
because
because that's why
somebody,
they were surveilling him in the first
yeah,
place.
somebody comes up to her after she kills him, and he's like, "You have no idea what you just done, right?"
Mhm.
She comes to find out that he wasn't a part of the slave trade. He was trying to dismantle the slave trade. And she's like,
Yes, he was
"I've
a
been
good guy.
fooled again by Arabin. I was
Yeah.
fooled one last time." And maybe that was her final straw, and that's why she bought her freedom.
Yeah,
So,
because you lied about the first, like, I told you I didn't want nothing to do about this slave trade, and not only did you punish me for last time and you told me that you were sorry, but this is also like I've told you already that this goes against my character and you
Yeah.
still set me up. You
Yeah.
lied to me so
Mhm.
that I could go carry this out for you when you knew
Yeah.
I was already
Mhm.
on on an edge. Like,
Right. Right.
don't push me because I am close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head.
So yeah, then so that's when Selena's finally like, okay, we gotta get out of here. Buys her and Sam's freedom. They move into the apartment, right? We are so assassin. I think it is the assassin in the Empire because I was looking. It just gives like a little preview of her in the slave wagon. Then it's like it was like a preview and then it went backwards.
Oh,
So the assassin in the Empire, Sam and her are living in Selena's apartment. Selena does have bougie taste, so she's, you know, buying nice furniture. But it is the first time she kind of gets to make things. It's kind of like her creative outlet, you know?
It's funny though, because he goes through a list. He's like, or Sarah goes with like this list. Like she
Yeah.
going to the bakery to get
Right.
her pastry. She going to the candy shop because she got a sweet tooth for whatever
She do got a
reason.
sweet tooth.
She's taken. Well, the dance teacher doesn't like charge her for the dance
Yeah.
lessons because she
Mhm.
loves it so
Mhm.
much. But she's buying expensive soaps. She's
Mhm.
getting all of the. She's a bougie girl.
Yeah, she's a bougie girl. She's bougie, but she and Sam, well, not so much her. Sam wants to get them out of Rifthold. He wants to leave
He's
Rifthold.
like, it's not safe. Yeah.
She loves her city though. She loves Rifthold. Like she's like, where am I gonna go to get these pastries? Where am I gonna go? You know, like I'm gonna miss
Yeah,
these
she said,
places.
wherever I go, it's got to have a good bakery, a
Yeah.
good library. I need a dance studio. I need a theater.
Mhm.
Like, it's all of these. Like, she just wants her a cute little cozy.
Yeah.
We paint, we pot, we read, we, you know, eat good, all the things.
Yeah. So she
I'm like,
kinda-
Selena be a little big. You know,
So she kind of gives Sam like pushback for a little bit, like, I don't want to leave, I don't want to leave. Finally, she's like, okay, like, let's go. I only want to live with a life with you. I don't really care about everything else.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, they don't have no money. You know, Selena has spent most of her money on freeing her and Sam, and only
This
has a little bit left.
apartment.
Yeah. So they're trying to figure out how they're gonna get money. Sam has been fighting, and I forgot what they call it. It's like the
The rings.
underground, yeah, the rings to get money. And Selena doesn't like that either because she's like, why, you know, we're not this low, you know?
Yes.
So Sam finally comes to her and says, hey, somebody offered me a contract to kill, what was his name? Like, what was his name?
He was like the other like big
Jane.
scary assassin.
Jane.
Girl, I'm not gonna lie. I imagine this man looking like a straight rat with red eyes.
Yeah, that's how I imagine him
He just
too.
sounded scary as hell.
So their plan
He's like
is,
sadistic.
yeah. Well, that was Farron. Farron, who was the second, was the sadistic one, right? So
Okay.
Jane was the kingpin, and then you had Farron, who was his second. So Sam
Okay.
goes and he's like, we need to take down
Oh,
Jane
yes.
and Farron, right? And Selena's like, not even Arabin touches them. Like you don't mess with those people. And he was like,
Yeah.
well, they're offering a lot of money. Like this would get us out of Rifthold. Like just trust me. So Selena's like, okay, I'll trust you, right? They start doing their surveillance. Like they say Farron the second is so easy to track because he just has this pitch black like carriage. He just has this pitch black carriage. They follow him around and they say Jane never really leaves the house, right? So finally,
But they come up on that part where they like pull up to the house, like they're acting super normal, but they're like
yeah.
surveying
Mhm.
like the house movements, and they look up in the window and they just see her, just like or him. They just see him
Yeah.
staring at them, and then they kind of like grin, like
Yeah, we know where you
like
be at.
I see you
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah.
I see you watching me. It's cool though, but I know I'm being surveyed,
Yeah.
right? So that's where they're kind of like, oh shit, like
Yeah.
might be on to us.
Yeah. So Sam tells Farrah, I'm not Farrah, goddamn, Selena,
Girl.
let me take down Jane. Let me take down the kingpin and I'll let you have the second, right? And they kind of know that the second is kind of the sadistic. He likes, like you said, he likes pain. He likes to like torture his people, right? So Selena's like, okay.
I couldn't.
And Sam tells her, when, like, if I'm not back by midnight, then okay, you could come get me. He was like, but don't try
Yeah.
to leave, don't try to interfere, nothing, right? So Sam goes, he goes to kill Jane. It hits midnight, he's not back. It hits 1 o'clock, he's not back. It hits 2 o'clock, he's not back. Finally,
And she's
Selena's
just
like,
pacing.
yeah, she's in front of her fireplace just pacing.
But
Selena's
she's
finally
trying to
like,
trust him
yeah, she's trying to give him
because there's
that.
also like there's this kind of power dynamic that we see towards the end of like I think Sam feels like he's not as good of an assassin as Selena, A.
Mhm.
And B, she also paid all of his debt and like
Yeah.
was paying for the place that they were staying in, and Sam had no money.
Yeah.
So he's constantly, I think, not constantly, but I think that in this moment he's wanting to prove himself as like,
Yeah.
I can do this too, like I can help you.
Yeah. I could do this. Like, you know, you did all this for me. Let me do this for us, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
So Selena's trying to give him that, you know, like that freedom and just trust him and make sure he knows, not make sure he knows what he's doing, but wants him to know that she trusts him in these decisions.
Yeah.
So finally she goes out. She goes down the streets by Jane's house, doesn't see, goes over these streets, and Sam's not around his house or not around Jane's house. So she goes back to the apartment. She's like, okay, Sam will come to the apartment. Like, there's no need to go look for him.
Yeah.
Gets to the apartment and he's still not there. She ends up falling asleep after staying up so late. And when she wakes up, Arobyn's knocking on the door. And the first thing,
Which is crazy because it's like, why do you know where I live?
yeah,
first
so
of
that
all?
was like her first red flag. Like, oh shoot, he knows where I stay at. And then
Yeah.
Arobyn's first words were, "I'm so sorry, Selena." And Selena's just like, no, like she already knows what happened, right?
Yep.
She tells Arobyn, "Let me see the body. Let me see the body." Mind you, I also want to
'Cause-
bring this up. Like, so, like Sam is in love with Selena, right?
Yes.
During this time, though, Selena has never told Sam, like, I love you too, you know?
Mm-mm.
So,
Mhm.
but you know that she has deep feelings for Sam, but I'm not sure if she, like, is afraid to say I love you or if she doesn't think that,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I feel you on that too. I don't know. I mean, I think it's a little messy because they did grow up together.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
like obviously you have deep feelings for him. I don't know if they were 100% romantic.
Yeah.
Like I just think that he helped open her eyes and he was somebody that she could trust
Mhm.
because she was starting to see the same things in Arobyn and
Mhm.
was like, okay, like we can do this. We can go around with
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
So I feel you
So
on that.
she,
But also, his Arobyn's tagline for this was that the people that killed him dropped his body off to the Assassin's Inn because
Assassin's Guild.
they thought the Assassin's Guild because oh no the little house is
keep.
called
Oh,
the Inn.
Assassin's Keep.
The
Assassin's
keep,
Keep.
the
Mhm.
keep, yeah. He was like, yeah, you know, they dropped him off because they thought that he was still a part of our guild.
Yeah,
so
that's
I
what
wanted
he
to be the one to
told
tell you.
Selena.
Mhm.
So Selena goes, she sees the body, and it like she can't recognize him, right? And
Yeah.
that's one thing Sarah does go into detail with is like how bad he looked.
Bad he
like
was beaten.
I don't think he had his
Mhm.
eyeballs. Like it was just
didn't.
his face was unrecognizable.
The only thing that helped, which I thought that this was so funny because I was like, this is just like women.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was petty. She had bought herself really expensive soaps
Mm-hmm.
and she had instructed him, don't use my expensive soaps because you don't even know why they're expensive.
Yeah.
Like you can't even appreciate why they are. But he also couldn't tell which one was the expensive soap and which one was like the not expensive soap for him.
Yeah.
So she's like leaning over his body crying. She's like, and I smelled a goddamn lavender soap that I kept telling him not to use.
Right. So Arobyn, she falls asleep next to Sam's body. Arobyn picks her up and takes her to her room, right in the Assassin's Keep. He locks her in there, and then outside of her door, Arobyn is talking to two other assassins and saying, okay, at 12 o'clock, we're gonna go get our
Yep.
revenge, right? And Selena's like, oh, hell no, this is my revenge to get. So she gets up and takes off, and she's about to go jump the gate to the Assassin's Keep. And Wesley, who is Arobyn's bodyguard, is like, Selena, like trying to tell her, like, you need to pay attention to what's going on. You don't know what's going
Yep.
on. And she kills him, right?
For trying to warn her, bro.
Yeah, for trying to warn her. She goes, she jumps to the window of Jane's house, and she's fighting off, and she said that there was a bunch of people in there. So she's fighting off Jane's
Yes.
people. While she's doing that, she's able to throw a dagger at him. The dagger hits him, kills Jane. Right? But Farron the second is just smiling at her the whole time.
And he's just sitting there. And
Yeah.
he's, like, how
Get
ominous
grinning, yeah,
is that?
just grinning. So all of a sudden, they all put masks on, and there's this gas flowing
Yup.
through the room.
I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I was like, what is going on?
Girl, if I had just read this book, I would have thought that she was going to die.
Right, same.
For
Because
real.
I was like, she could not live through this, right?
Sorry. Yeah.
So Farron just tells her the truth, right? She's paralyzed from the gas. He like leans over him or her. He was like, we got your friend last night, or not last night, maybe it was a couple nights before. But your friend tried to do the same thing and he died the same way. And he was like, you were all part of a plan. Now I get to be the kingpin, right? So she was set up the whole time to kill.
To get her to this place.
Yeah, to kill the
So they end up turning her into the king, and this is where we have our scene where she first meets the king of Otterland.
after.
And this is where, yeah, she doesn't try to like defend herself, nothing.
She doesn't even want to look him in the eyes.
Yeah,
because
she
King Ardalan
gets a really icky feeling about him.
but she has that because obviously he was the man that destroyed her home, right?
Yeah.
So she says that too. She's like, this is the first time I've faced this man since Terrasen. So she doesn't look at him, and he's pretty much like, oh, what should your punishment be? Like, should I just kill you on the spot? And
because it's illegal to be an assassin.
yeah, it is.
They were
all
they end up turning
surprised
her
too,
in.
like while she was in the prison, they were like, this is her, like she's a young girl.
She's 16.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I think she's 17 now. But
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
she's
She's a teenager.
Yeah,
He ends up sentencing her to Andovier. Yeah.
where she is to live, and he says that she has to be kept alive. Like she cannot. They have to keep her alive under every circumstance, right?
Yeah. So okay. So Selena's being taken out in a carriage after her sentencing to Andovier. So she's like, being essentially being sent there. And to my understanding, she doesn't see both of them because they're like standing on this rooftop and they're like looking down at the carriage, this covered carriage, like taking off. And Arobynn is standing next to Farron, and we essentially find out that they were working together the entire time.
To set up Selena. And
Yeah.
Selena was like, or Farron was like, oh, like, how could you do that? How would she feel about this? How could you do that to her? And he was like, what did he say? Like, I don't like my investments.
He said, because I don't like sharing my belongings.
Yeah. And
And
she
that
didn't.
was the last,
Yeah.
or that was that was that last scene. And then she ends up in Andovier.
That is crazy.
It's like the last couple of pages
Yeah.
is the beginning of the first chapter.
Yeah.
Or is the first chapter of Throne of Glass.
Which is
so.
crazy.
That's how the book
Arobynn
ended.
has like this whole book just shitted on Selena. Just you
Yes.
killed. So he set up Selena from Farron and Arobynn's like talk at the end of the book. We find out that it was Arobynn's plan the whole time to get Sam killed and to get
Yep.
Selena arrested. And he also set up the person who went to Sam with this contract to kill Jane.
Yep.
Yep, he set that up.
That was
too.
him.
Yeah,
That was his
the whole
plan.
time. Selena doesn't know this. The whole time I think she's in prison and on her way to Andovier. She
has no
She
clue.
thinks it was another assassin that wants to take her place as heir to,
Yep.
the king of assassins. So you're kind of like at the end of the book, like, oh my gosh, like.
Your mind is blown.
Yeah, because she really like this whole time was trying to give Arobynn some type of grace, like.
Yes.
Really didn't see him as this shitty of a person, like, oh, he would never do this to me. And he ended up being the one to do it.
He is emotionally manipulative. He is a villain. He is a groomer. He is a narcissist. He is the dirt up underneath my shoe.
Oh, we forgot to bring up one other thing. The money that
What?
Selena used to buy her freedom, Arobin used to buy Lyssandra's virginity.
Oh yes, I
Yes.
remember that.
Yes. And
Oh my gosh, I completely forgot that. It was the money, it was all of the money that was like in the church. Because he was like, you thought that you were going to be able to bring that much money over to the keep and I wouldn't know about it?
right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Disgusting, bro. Because he raised her. So yeah, it
Yeah.
would make sense to me if Arabin, I don't know, maybe it is like a mentality of being super, how
Powerful.
would you say it? Territorial
Territorial.
over his
Yeah.
investments.
Mm-hmm.
But it still begs the question why he was so willing. Well, they did say, I think he did say, Sam said something along the lines of like, it was for my mom. Like he took me in for my mom.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why he would be like, okay to let Sam go, but
No, I think yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I think he was just willing to kill Sam because of Selena and, Sam's agreement to go be free, which is just
Yeah.
crazy. Crazy.
so questions.
Yeah.
Questions. Okay. So would you rather
Mhm.
trade with the Silent Assassins or with the Assassin's Guild?
Definitely the silent assassins. Give me the healthy
Yeah.
people that love
Okay,
when
hello.
when Lord Barrick show up and they have fun with that.
Give me a man that don't say nothing.
Right. Because I mean, even though Rifthold does seem pretty, right? Just
I
dealing
mean,
with
Arabin.
Arabin, yeah, just having to deal with that crazy ass man. No, I'm good.
I would off myself.
Right.
I would be so good off of that.
You can't trust that man.
And you're being groomed.
Hmm.
No, it's just a big no for me. Is Selena more dangerous with or without emotional attachments?
Well, that's the thing, right? That's a good. I think she's less dangerous
would
with
say with.
emotional. Yeah.
Because she could have killed Amsel.
Mm-hmm.
She could have killed her. But because it was like, okay, I got a little bit of a soft spot for you because we were friends.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like,
But she's a big
she was
person.
ready
If
to
you
kill
like,
that
yeah,
Sam.
if you hurt one of the people she loves, she's after you. Like,
yeah.
So
and
when
like,
she has
the
emotional
Silent Assassin
attachments,
didn't do nothing for
yeah.
him, for real.
So when she has emotional attachments to people, like
They
she's
talk about it though. She rages. She didn't even listen to Wesley.
she does have
killed
anger
that man
issues.
for stopping her.
Yeah, but she's been arrogant prior to, because before like Assassin's Blade really gets started, like she still don't listen. She still be angry, So
She doesn't. She thinks she knows everything. Okay. Do you think how different, I should say, do you think that the series would have felt if Sam had lived?
I don't think it would have had that big of as big of an effect, because one, that was like the biggest betrayal Arabin could have done.
Yeah.
Two, that made me cry. I like literally after I read how Sam's body looked, like I had to put the book down and I stared at
Yeah.
a wall for about 10 minutes because I was like,
It was harsh.
like he was. I mean, we didn't really go into detail with it, but his body looked crazy,
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have had the same effect if like that did not happen.
Yeah, I think later on in the books, this is definitely one of the traumas that like wields her to being who she becomes.
Ooh, but
Like if it wasn't,
one thing we didn't bring this up either that I really liked.
Yeah.
Selena like is not in touch with her emotions, right? She has a hard time admitting that she is afraid. And
Yes.
so her and Sam talk about it, and Sam tells her like, "Oh, I am afraid, but you know what helps me is saying that I am Sam Cortland and I am not afraid."
Yeah.
Right? At the end of Assassin's Blade, like she pulls up to Endovier, and the first thing she says when they let her out is, "I am Selena Sardothian and I am not afraid." But she
Yep.
says that throughout the books, like at least
Yes,
1 to
it,
2
like, really
times.
stuck with her.
Yeah, yeah. So,
That was really cute. Okay. My last question. Okay. So when it comes to, and I'm sorry to bring this man up again, and this is the last time that I really want to talk about him. At this point, we still don't really have any flashbacks of Selena's childhood.
no, it
Right?
is just
Okay.
briefly touched on in the beginning of the book, I think, and then at the end
Gotcha.
when she faces the king of Aderlin. But
Yeah.
other than
Because
that,
you're
like,
okay.
we don't really know anything about her past until I think the most they hit on it is Crowd of Midnight and Air of Fire. But
Okay.
yeah,
Do you think that up to this point, do you think that Arabin has more intel about who Selena Sardokian is
I think
before?
I think it was too early in the series to know, because all that she really said was that he found her by a river, and we don't even know anything about Terrasen. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, we just know that that's her home.
yeah, we know that that's her home, and that
That's really
and
true.
when the king came to destroy it, she was found by a river. So she could have just been a random girl by a river, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right.
So yes, our next video, like Cheyenne said, is going to be the next 2 books. We hope
Yeah.
you guys enjoyed.
Please
put your
like,
thoughts.
comment, and subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and put your thoughts. And if you have read the Throne of Glass series, please let us know how you feel about it. Do you think it gets better? Do you think it gets worse? What's the overall aura for the rest of them? Because we are going to tandem read Empire of Thorns and Tower of the Dawn.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a video as well. And then we're saving Kingdom of Ash because she's a big boy, a big girl. She's sick, so we know that she's gonna have some things in there for us.
Bye, guys. Thanks.
Loving you.